Hey everybody, welcome and to the pregame show with James here on the HITI Baseball Network. Pleasant Sunday to you wherever you may be. It is the third game of the three-game series, of course, the last one between the Angels and the Twins there at the Big A, coming up at 1:07 p.m. Minnesota 6-2. They are now 25 and 21. The Angels are 24 and 23. Last night, again, I mentioned the Angels lost 6-2. It was an unfortunate start for Patrick Sandoval. He went 4 and 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, giving up 4 walks, which were deadly. He did strike out 3. And then Weiss came in and struggled, as well as Wantz. Herget actually came in and did fairly well, other from a walk. But bullpen again, not giving Angels a chance to come back in this game. It was unfortunate for Sandoval. I guess he was due a bad start after a while. The offense, Shohei Ohtani blasted one for the second one, a solo shot into the right field pavilion. It seemed like almost halfway up in the first section. Drury and Neto had doubles. But that was fairly it. The Angels only scattered, 8 hits. Urshela had a couple singles, Renfroe as well. But nothing to get on base, pretty much. For the Twins, Varlin, who I learned about yesterday, young pitcher, he came up and did pretty well. He controlled the pace of his outing, and that was really good to see. Despite having the pitch clock, he went before the clock, and he went totally just fast on all the hitters. It seemed like he went 5 innings, scattered 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Again, the home run to Shohei. But that was a good outing for Varland. He's pretty good. Gallo had a home run back in the 6th inning. Larnick had a triple and then came home to score on a throwing error, I believe. Yeah. Solano and Taylor and Castro all had doubles. So it was a good night overall for the Minnesota Twins. Unfortunately, the Angels again lost 6-2 there. Today, the rubber game of this 3-game series with Minnesota before Boston and Miami comes in, we'll put in Shohei Ohtani as the pitcher for the Angels, and then for the Twins, the starter will be Pablo Lopez. So this is a electrifying matchup, I would think, on the mound for each team. For Shohei Ohtani, the right-hander, he's 5-1 with a 3.23 ERA, 53 innings pitched, 19 earned runs, 26 hits, 71 strikeouts, 22 walks, 8 home runs given up. And this will be his 10th start. And that's something, before I get to the pitches, he's got to limit the home runs. It seems like he's grooving pitches, that slider, the sweeper. He gets in trouble with that sometimes, as well as the fastball. So that's got to change for him. His last start was in Baltimore on the 15th. That was last Monday. He got the loss. That doesn't sound right. No, he got a no decision, I should say. 7 earned runs, or 7 innings pitched, excuse me. 4 hits, 2 earned runs given up, and then 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. So let me look for sure. Yeah, he got the win in that game. I don't know why that said loss. I think that was for somebody else. Okay, so he did get the win in Baltimore. My mistake. Uh, 97 miles per hour on the fastball, but he's got to locate that much, much better. 88 miles per hour changeup. Maybe he can use that better for the strike 3 pitches. I think that would be good to see. 76 on the curveball, and then 84 miles per hour on the slider, and then 90 on the cutter. And that's the thing about the sweeper and the fastball. And the cutter, it seems like he stays in the zone too much, but then the split finger will drop. So hopefully he uses that more and then mix in the curveball. So that would be nice to see more of that. But locate the meat pitches so much better for Shohei. I think that would be a helping thing for this outing today against this powerful and hitting Minnesota lineup. For the Twins, they will throw out there Pablo Lopez. He's 27 years old. He was born in Venezuela in 1996. He made his major league debut. What was that? June of no no yeah June 30th of 2018 with the Marlins. Remember, he was traded over for Luis Arraez, the first baseman in the offseason trade with Miami. So the Twins got themselves some starting pitching, something I wish the Angels really had. Lopez is 2-2 with the 4 ERA, 54 innings pitched, 44 hits, 66 strikeouts, 24 runs given up, 14 walks given up, 8 home runs. This will be his 10th start of the season. His last start was in LA at Dodger Stadium. He got no decision, went 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He throws a 95 mile per hour fastball, 84 miles per hour slider, 88 miles per hour changeup, and then the 81 miles per hour curveball. It looks like that four seam. He goes right at the batters, and he uses that the most. Changeup, sweeper, and then he rarely uses the curveball or sinker. But look for his changeup to fool the hitters for the Angels, especially on the outside portion to outside lower portion of the zone to right-handed batters. The sweeper is the one that goes kind of wild out of the zone, so might get Otani on that today. The sinker maybe the pitch that gets him in trouble if the Angels right-handed batters can extend. I think that would be something good to see. So hopefully for the Angels, they see that and then they go the other way with Lopez's pitches. That would be something. So let's go to our sponsors, of course. 714 Tickets. Go buy whenever. Go when it's there. If you're looking for Angel tickets, Laker playoff tickets for tomorrow. They might have one home game left, so you might want to go out for that. Concert tickets, theater tickets, everything for the summer is coming up. So check out 714 Tickets for those great deals. Again, no hidden fees, no surprises at checkout. And then put in the code HITI for 10% off of your purchase that day. And then you'll be in the drawing for a free Halos jersey, courtesy of Halos in the Infield and 714 Tickets. And then you'll get cash back on your purchase. And then you can use that on future purchases. So that's a really great thing. And then, of course, check out July 1st, the tailgate that we'll have there by the Big A against the Diamondbacks. There'll be the bobblehead giveaway in the stadium. But outside the stadium, if you call 714 Tickets and get the Halos in the Infield tickets, if you mention Halos in the Infield, you'll get that voucher for the tailgate. You'll get free stuff, free food, great, meeting everyone. It's going to be a great time out there. So check that out on July 1st. Also, we're in partnership with Noble Ale Works in Anaheim right there off of Sinclair, 1621 Sinclair. We'll soon have a HITI night on June 10th. I'm going to definitely be interested checking out their local brews, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch IPA, and all the food that they have. So check out the HITI night on the 10th. There will be more information coming out for that fairly soon. So check out our sponsors. Also check out the podcast, the newest one, recapping the Baltimore series, previewing the Minnesota series. So we can check if Todd and Fernando were on it, talking about this series and how difficult it could have been for the Angels to win. I know probably everyone is kind of tired from the fireworks and the post-game concert that Russell Dickerson had yesterday at the Big A, as it was country weekend, or it still is today. So get your tickets again. 714 Tickets, Boston for 3, the day off on Thursday, and then Friday, Miami comes in for a 3-game series this Friday coming up. They have a reversible bucket hat on the 26th. I want to go get that one. And then there'll be games I go to 26 and 28. So if you come by, say what's up. Let's go. So leading off, let's get to lineups. Leading off for the Twins, you got Joey Gallo out in left. He hit a home run yesterday playing left field. Batting second is Carlos Correa. Shortstop, batting third is Alex Curry Loloff. He is the first baseman. He appeared in Friday's game. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, and that will be Edward Julian. So that's the first time seeing him. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Kyle Farmer. And batting sixth is the right fielder, and his legs must be tired, Trevor Larnach. He had that long run around the bases to score the sixth run, I believe, of the game for Minnesota. Batting seventh is Will Castro, the center fielder. He's had a series. He's had a home run, extra base hits. He's been on fire against the Angels. Batting eighth is Donovan Solano, the second baseman. And batting ninth is Jeffers, the catcher. And we've seen him, I believe, all three games. Yeah, Ryan Jeffers. Leading off for the Angels, you have Mickey Moniak in left field. Batting second is Mike Trout, the center fielder. Batting third is Shohei Ohtani, pitcher, and later on DH. Batting fourth is Hunter Renfroe in right field. Batting fifth is Jared Walsh, making his season debut yesterday. He is the first baseman. He did get an RBI despite he did get an RBI yesterday. Gio Urshela coming off a couple hits yesterday, batting sixth at third base, batting seventh Luis Rengifo at second base. He's driven in 15, which is kind of a shocker, but I guess when he does get hits, they're in pressure situations. Chad Wallach will be the catcher batting eighth, and then Zach Neto will be batting ninth as the shortstop. Before I get to the scores, there were some transactions made today by the Angels, and they all had to do, with the bullpen. So the Angels selected the contracts of Reyes Morantoya. He is doing fairly well there in Salt Lake City, and Jacob Webb. So two right-handers coming up, and then they reinstated Aaron Loop from the injured list. So those are three bullpen arms coming up that are much needed. So with that, they optioned Jimmy Herget, Andrew Wantz, and Zach Weiss to AAA Salt Lake City. So it may be good to see some new bullpen blood come up. I can attest, hey, they need the help, that's for sure. So this is a good move, I think, for the Angels here to bring up some young arms and then bring back Loop to see if he has anything left, to be honest. So we'll find out all together this upcoming week for Aaron Loop. This will be a big series for him. So the scores. There was an earlier game today, of course, on Peacock. The Yankees defeat the Reds 4-1 in Cincinnati. I believe they got a sweep in that series. Washington is leading Detroit 6-1 in the fifth in Washington. It's 3-3 Arizona at Pittsburgh in the bottom of the fifth. That's been an interesting series. No score, the Cubs at Phillies in the top of the sixth. 3-1 Braves leading the Mariners in Atlanta or outside of Atlanta. 2-1 Baltimore leading Toronto in the bottom of the fifth. And if you've seen those AL East standings, everybody is in or above 500, but Toronto's in last. It's just a really tough division today. The Guardians and Mets and Queens were rained out yesterday, so they're playing a doubleheader. Right now, the Mets lead game one of that doubleheader, 1-0. It's the top of the sixth. Later on, they will have a game at 4:00 our time for the Guardians and Mets. Okay, where was I? Okay, top of the fifth, I should say. The Brewers facing the Rays in St. Petersburg. Milwaukee leads 6-3. No score going on in Houston. Oakland at Houston in the bottom of the fourth, and Altuve is back for the Astros as they get hot. So they're never going away, it seems like. The Rose lead the White Sox 2-0 in Chicago, top of the fourth. The Cardinals lead the Dodgers 3-0. That was a 4-game series there in the top of the third. No score in Texas, Colorado, and the Rangers, top of the second. Later on coming up, you have at 105 Miami, who's coming in next weekend. Will face the Giants up in San Francisco. Of course, you have at 107 the Angels hosting the Twins, the rubber game. And then Boston trying to sweep the Padres in San Diego at 110. So those are the scores. It's been already a fun day in the major leagues. Aaron Boone was ejected, and people are saying that's the earliest anyone's been ejected in the morning, I guess, at 11, whatever it was, 11:30, 11:40 in the morning for a game. So that's interesting to note, I guess. We got some comments. Holy crap, James. Jim says the stadium is 80% little leaguers, I guess, in your area. Help me, Jesus. Jim saying also the next issue is a 20% Pacific Rim media. Jim says I am the 5%. Jim, hopefully you have a good day there. I guess if you have to bring earphones or something, I don't know what to suggest there, but have a good time at the ballpark. I think I know some other people going today, and then I'll be around next weekend. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fun against Miami. And Miami, you can't look over. They are second place in the NL East, so they're really good. So, well, the Angels can't take anybody lightly, but especially Miami coming in. Before that, though, Boston, as hot as they are, coming in for a 3-game series and again Thursday. And don't forget, go to the Someone for Tickets website, create an account, and then you'll be able to go from there. And then put in that code HITI, 10% off your purchases. Jim also says 20K little leaguers. The buffet is open. Oh boy. Maybe Sunday we'll come by and see you next Sunday. We'll get in that. The buffet is open for you after pregame show, beef tacos. That sounds actually good. I might go out and listen to the game and get something real quick. And then I'll be here for the postgame show for Todd Fox, for those wondering. I usually will have it on Sundays, so I'll let you know when he'll be on probably tomorrow for the postgame show and throughout. And then it'll roll over to Sunday again for me. But again, the rubber game between the Angels and the Twins. Lopez going for the Twins, and then for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani starting. So it should be an interesting and fun pitching matchup. We'll see how it fares. Go Halos, and everyone take care. Later.